Alright guys, so the moment of truth, my yo-yo collection. This is it. I'm not really getting anything else. I definitely have more than I need. Flipping duck. Big friendly duck, right by Ren City Skills. So I have a oversized yo-yo, which is really cool. It just fits right. I got the Noma, with the side effects. It's good. It's actually very nice when you think about it. The Hendriatus. I still haven't really fully utilized this yet, but it's supposed to be really good for horizontal play because it has free moving parts inside. Relatively new. It came out maybe a month ago. The Bandalore. It's probably my most unstable yo-yo, unfortunately. It looks like a freehander. It looks very much as if Duncan made it. It's really nice, or maybe like a Freebird or something. It's a 50-50, in terms of diameter and size. So it makes my collection a little bit more unique. All right, so this is really cool. These are primarily all my plastics, my hybrids. The only thing that's missing is my everyday carry, the Faceless by Tapio. I own 2 copies of this. This is my favorite plastic. I think it's because the gap width is very big. It's like 4.70, and so it just, whenever you have like a really big gap width, it kind of makes it play more like a bimetal. It just gives it more spin time. You have less string drag, and so it's just gonna spin longer. If for $20, you can't beat it. It's quite a collection, I must say. It's very modern. I got a lot of new stuff. I got the Distortion by Unparalleled. It's a tri-metal. I think this is called the Gopa. Yeah, it's very nice, very narrow. Plays great. Of course, I got the Sybil by Dish Yo-Yo. Fantastic. And Antidotal. This is probably the best deep-bearing yo-yo I've ever thrown. It's amazing. I'm just really glad I got this, because you can't find it. It's sold out, by Dr. Pop. The DIY, it's a fantastic palm yo-yo. I got the Arctica by Atmos Throws. It plays very much like a replay because of the hollow caps. It feels like a replay, but it's wide, it's more modern. And honestly, this is really, really good for 5A. Slightly better than 1A, but it's still very good. So I got the Canopy PC. It plays really, really good. New 2025 edition of the Speedaholic XX. You could definitely tell during play it's been enhanced. The rims are fatter and everything. Got the new iYo-Yo Intensity. Very nice hybrid. Stainless steel. A lot of hybrids, they just use 6061 aluminum, but this is stainless steel, so it plays a lot better. Wave, I haven't really thrown this very much, but it's very, very good. I definitely like it over the Iceberg. The weight distribution, there's something special about this one. Got the Dunk LX, I think it's called. Plastic Dunk. So very nice, very unique. Very glad I got this. It just has an old school feel. It's amazing, yeah. I got the Strand by iYo-Yo. It's definitely a very good hybrid. Considering it's only 60-61 rims. It's got decent power. The only other plastic I don't have in here is the new Skyva 2.0, which is actually really, really good. I really like it. It's got a fun feel to it. The way they made the plastic and everything, it's very well done. Alright, so I have the Connection by Dressel Design. I did not like the emotion. I could not get into it. I tried 5A, I tried 1A, but it just plays really, really good. I must say, it's tri-metal, very well done. I got the what is this called? The Rumbling by G-Gun. G-Gun is a lesser known brand, but they make really good throws. Got the G-Gun Marina 4, 70-75. So most of my collection is actually, I have more 70-75, 70-68 than 60-61, which is really, really amazing considering 5 years ago, or even 6, 7 years ago, most collectors, most of aluminum would just be 6061. I got the Amusing 3. It's a very fun, kind of an old school vibe to it. Really nice bimetal. The Duncan Vela, it feels very, very dense, and it's just really nice how they pushed it to the rim. Instead of having it encased around the whole rim, it's just toward the end. Very nice design, really good spin power. Got the Ascent bimetal. It's okay. It kind of reminds me of a bimetal scintillator. I got the Explosion by Yo-Yo. It's a fun bimetal. I really like it. Veneta Spectre. Man, holy crap! This is a really good bimetal. Yeah, it plays very much like the South Side. It's just got a really nice floaty feel to it. The Malicus by C3. It's a really nice bimetal. Slightly undersized. One of my favorite bimetals by C3, the Overthinker. I learned my first speed combo on this thing. It's just very, very aesthetically pleasing. The YJ Yo-Yo, the Megamont. It's really nice. It's interesting. The inner bimetal design is only on the tip. It's actually not inside. That's kind of strange, but it's there. So it's kind of like a double bimetal design, inner and outer rim. The what is this? The Adrenaline. It's really a beautiful design. I love the way it came out. The polish, the brushed rims. So brushed rims are they're definitely more common than they used to be. Because anytime you buy a bimetal back then, it would always be polished rims. Stingray, really nice. I was really happy to see this design take place. I like the koi. Some people don't like the koi. But yeah, this is a really nice. Now it's a V and a O. So my only complaint is that it kind of it's less stable, but that's okay. Another tri-metal by Yo-Yo. I typically don't buy Yo-Yo. I just feel like it's very inferior in terms of quality. I think this is called the Reborn X. It's 67 grams. It's got really good spin power. Exia, wow, it just spins for days. Brass really does benefit the design of it. I really like this. Yo-Yo Friends, crap, I don't remember what it's called. But I'm sorry, I don't remember. But it's a really nice design. It's kind of like a mid distribution. They did a really good job with this. It's a Yo-Yo by Motion. I don't remember if it's a parallel or whatever, but I love this for practicing tricks. It's very, very stable, long spinning. So it's got a large diameter too, which is really nice, but it's thin. I bought this mainly because of the aesthetics of it. I just love the colorway. I don't quite remember what this is called, but I'm sure you've seen it somewhere. It's there. The Sego by Turnery Tops. So it's my first entry into the brand. It plays very good, I must say. Very floaty, but very good as far as performance. Once again, brushed rims, which is just a really nice feature. You got the I think it's the Titan X, or it's the newer edition. It's beautiful. It's like 86.5 grams. Now, despite the weight, I'm not gonna. I mean, sure, it's long spinning, but a lot of yo-yos can still perform at this level. As long as the design is done the right way. But it's a really nice thing to have in my collection. I'm proud of having it. I love the contrast between the brushed rims and the polished body. The Shutter Elite, I probably should throw this more. It's really good. A little pricey, but yeah, they did a good job with this one. I believe this is called the Elevation by Motion. It's supposed to give the impression that the rims are floating because the way it's designed. Very, very nice. Performs really good. The Katana 2, I'm really happy to own this. I've always wanted the OG. Uh, yeah, this thing, if you can't tell, the walls are super thin. It plays kind of like a top deck, you know. They're super thin. I love having super thin walls. It typically it just it aids to the performance of the throw. Got the new net runner, also brushed rims, super nice. I love the large gap. I used to own a Peregrine and it sucked. It just the spin time was poor, but this thing really performs very well, I must say. I've always wanted this. The Atonement. It's brass, organic. Plays very good. It's got the spikes, and of course a top deck. Um, it's one of the few throws that I actually own by One Drop. I don't support One Drop because their pads are always most of them they're incompatible. It's like 20 millimeters instead of the standard 19 millimeters, and that just drives me nuts. Unless it's like a D bearing or unless the bearing is different, I shouldn't have to buy pads for what should be a standard size yo-yo. It's just stupid, but luckily these are use standard pads. So I got the Dunk. I think it's just called the Dunk stainless steel or something. It just really appealed to me. I had to get it. I don't remember if this is D-bearing. I think it is, but it's really nice. It's the second run, so it's brushed on the outside, polished on the inside. This is a really nice throw too. It's the Assassin 2.0 by Dressel Designs. I know it's got a large gap width, despite the size. I think this is a D bearing most likely. It's stainless steel. There's definitely more stainless steel yo-yos in the market than there has been ever before, and it's a really fun throw. All right, so last case. I'm excited. There's a lot of new stuff in here. You're gonna like this. All right, so my first slimline, probably my last, but this is really nice. It's called the Hard Mode by Trick Lab Yo-Yo Recreation. It's just so cute that it looks like it got squashed, you know, compared to a large yo-yo, whatever. This is 50 width, but you get the idea. I think it's 38, yeah, about 38 width, maybe even 36. It just performs really well, though. You know, it's got thin walls. I love this. Yeah. I don't own many yo-yos by Mal, but this is really cool. I think it's called the Rotix. It's about 50. It's their first undersized throw, and it performs really good. The Boss JDS yo-yo. It's insane. I love this. It plays so much better than the crappy 888 or whatever it's called. It's really nice. Also about 50 diameter. This is my first step into a new brand, Feather Spin, the Corbis. Bearing, it came in, just sucked. It was bad, so spin time was poor, but I swapped out the bearing. Spin time is very good. It's a really lovely shape. Very nice design. It feels old school. The Try by Top Yo-Yo. It plays very much like a koi, really nice spin time. I definitely recommend this for your first organic. Here is the koi. I love this colorway. A lot of people actually have mixed feelings about this throw. Some people just don't think it's fun. It lacks something. I don't know, but honestly, it plays really good. I like it. The Hash by Unparalleled, very nice. Also 70-75. Yeah, I like this. Really nice shape. The Disc Yo-Yos, Anima. What they say is there's kind of a contradiction in terms of how they made this, because it's designed for performance, but then they have the spin caps, which kind of decreases the way it's meant to be played. So it has a really interesting feel on the string. I still recommend this, but the Sybil is better. I think this is called the Ion or Axion by Unparalleled. It looks like a 3A yo-yo. You know, it's funny. Now, narrow yo-yos today are probably just, people are going to consider them as being 3A. Very nice, good spin power. I love the distribution of it. So this is the second version of the Recognition by Unparalleled, the Recognition Redux. It's very nicely designed. I believe it's called the DS61 or something by One Drop. Also, only reason why I bought it is because it uses standard pads. I thought performance would be bad, but it's actually very good, despite the small diameter of 55 and the lightweightness of it. The Avant-Garde JDS by Yo-Yo Factory. It reminds me a lot of the motion elevated, the rims, the way they're designed. It kind of makes it look like it's floating. Very nice motto. The Recess Mukbang. Really nice, unique weight distribution. It's shiny, but it's also matte at the same time, which is nice. The Duncan Crescento. It's pretty good. Not much to say about it, but I do like it. I don't remember what this is called, but I'm sure if you see it, you could kind of recognize it. I don't remember, but this is also, I think, 7068 material. I like it because I don't have very many narrow throws, and I do like the narrowness of it. And it's a really nice design. The G-Gun Abu. It's one of my favorite monos. It's 7068. It's a little narrow for today's age, but it plays very good. Performance is great. Yo-Yo Officer Effulgence, I believe it's called. It's an undersized, kind of organic. Very nice design. It's a lot of fun. Slightly unstable, but you can get through a lot of combos with this thing. The YJ Yo-Yo, gosh, I think it's based off of I think it's called the Big Fun or something. It's a smaller version of it. I don't remember the name at the top of my head, but it's got a really nice design, very unique, really good for finger spins. It's 67 grams, so it should be very powerful. I haven't thrown it very much, but I do like this thing. The Mao Infiltrate. I love this thing. It also has a really big gap. It's like 4.66 or something. I love big gap yo-yos. They just play really, really good. That's also why I don't really buy One Drop, because most of their gaps are like very, very narrow, like 4.27 or something silly like that. The Uppercut, this is also a very wide gap yo-yo, about the same as the other yo-yo I just mentioned. Uppercut, very good yo-yo. I love the colorway. This is the Guardian by Two Sick Yo-Yos. It reminds me very much of the Yonami Code by Rain City Skills, except it's more powerful. So it's very floaty, but it's 7068, 7075 material, and I believe it's only 63 grams, but it plays more like it plays a lot more powerful than it looks on paper. All right, unfortunately, I don't remember what this yo-yo was called. I call it the Mickey Mouse colorway. It's still readily available. It plays really good. I like this thing. Duncan Evolve, very, very good yo-yo. It definitely set the standards for competition in terms of mono metal. The latest edition of the Horizon 2.0, which came out on January 1st, 2025. I was definitely very, very hyped for this. It's got metal caps. It's really unique, and it reminds me of the Mirage by Japan Technology, the shape and everything. The Why Not Noodle, I believe it's called. I really like this. It feels as if it feels like a C3, one of their older designs. It reminds me of so this throw, I really, really love this throw. It's one of my favorite oversized yo-yos. It's over 50 width. I highly recommend this. I believe this is the Jugemu. This 7068 edition, or I think, no, sorry, 7075 edition of the Jugemu by Japan Technology. Very nice design. I love the color. The shape plays really good. We have the Xenon by Offset Yo-Yos. This is one of my favorite yo-yos by Offset. Now, I've played a lot of their yo-yos in the past, and they just did not perform very well. In terms of performance or just spin time, I'm not really a fan of offset yo-yos, but I played the OG version of this and it was terrible. But the second run they enhanced it and it's really good. It plays very nice, almost as good as the Wilderness. Very powerful. Speaking of power, we have the Wilderness 7075. Yeah, this is a really good throw. It's comparable to the Duncan Evolve. It's one of the most, probably one of the most powerful monos you can get at this width, I would say. So thank you for watching my collection. These are still my two top picks for monos. The Dynames, I like it slightly more than the Shutter OG, and just because of the durability, the power, and it's lightweight, it's perfect for long sessions, and it performs really good. And plastics, the faceless, don't get anything luff work or anything silly. Like even the Speedaholic is not as good as this. I really like this. It's not necessarily really good for finger spins. Unfortunately, this area, it feels very glossy. So, but you just gotta land in the sweet spot. But it's really good for 1A tricks. It plays almost like a metal yo-yo. So here's just a quick overview of everything I've shown. Tell me what yo-yos you're envious that I own, or that you want, or that you're considering. If you have any questions about any of the throws, if you want me to go in more detail about them, or if I recommend anything, let me know. It's approximately about 70 throws, but thanks for watching. Sorry the video was so long.